Okay. Good afternoon. I am Zora Bender from Mount Olive Missionary Baptist Church. I'm here for our weekly Thursday night Bible study. And tonight we're going to talk about something we all do, eating from God's table. Eating from God's table. And I went to Psalms 119, verse 103. And it says, "How sweet are thy words unto my taste, yea, sweeter than honey to my mouth." And then I thought about the one in Psalms 23 that we quote all the time. And we're going to look specifically at verse 5. And it says, "Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over." And I want you to keep in mind that latter part, my cup runneth over. And for a little introduction, I want you to think along these lines. Since we're talking about eating, I thought about we all go out to dinner. And when we go to a upscale restaurant, they have what they call a 4-course meal. And this is one complete meal that you should be satisfied with when you get ready to leave. And when you go to the restaurant, the first thing they will give you is an appetizer. Then they will give you a salad. Then they give you the entree. That's the main meal. Then you get a dessert. And then sometimes, if you have something left over, you ask for a doggy bag. And the doggy bags are for the things left over. Then your waiter or waitress will give you your bill. And guess what? You have to pay that bill before you tip the waitress or waiter. And I'm going to explain about the doggy bag later. And I thought about God's word. Are we getting the nutrients and vegetables that we need from God's word? And I'm going to put it in the same order that I did the restaurant. The first thing is, for our appetizer, we have the Sunday school. Then we have the devotion by the deacons and the congregation. Then the entree is the word that the pastor preaches. Then he gives the invitation, and that's your dessert. And then you have to pay your tithes and offering. Cannot give your offering till you pay your tithe. That's your bill for eating on God's table. Must pay that before you can tip the waitress or waiter.
All right now.
And then the doggy bag. If you got enough and you got full and you had some left over, ask for a doggy bag. Take it home. And if you want to, you can eat it later or you can share it with somebody.
Yes.
Because when you go to the restaurant and you take it home, most of the time we don't eat the doggy bag. Somebody else eat it. So if we do that with God's word, get enough. Let your cup run over, as the 23rd Psalm said, so somebody else can get some. And that's why we put a saucer under the cup, so we don't waste it. And we want to share it with somebody else. So remember, we need to get the whole meal. Can't pick and choose which one you want, because they all go together to make a whole meal. And you will be truly fulfilled and content with God's word. And you will never say, I didn't get anything from the message. And that's my message for today. Get the whole meal, and you will be content, and you'll get enough to share it with somebody else. My cup overfloweth, and his word is sweeter than honey to your mouth.
Yes.
Thank you. See you next time.
Yes.